Chapter 38. Maldives, Indian Ocean, South Asia. Barefoot in baggy shorts and t-shirt, the two men sat cross-legged on the sand and stared out across calm sea. Nice here, said Nathan, blowing his scruffy black fringe out of his eyes. Yeah, this planet has some nice spots, sighed Christian, closing his eyes and tilting his head up to the sun, feeling its warmth on his face. It's a shame they don't look after it. Circling seagulls squawked overhead. The two men looked up. What's their problem? Asked Christian, nodding at the swooping birds. They're agreeing with you, grinned Nathan. Earthfolk don't notice them much, but birds see everything. And they're pissed off with the way this place is being trashed. He flicked sand from his bare legs. Me too. You'd think they'd do better by now. Christian turned to look at him and sighed. They'd become good friends over time, with Christian overseeing the Fallen's activities and Nathan overseeing the witnesses. It's a shame. I had high hopes for this species. Yeah, me too, nodded Nathan, drawing shapes in the soft sand with his finger. They're losing their home, turning a blind eye to its abuse, believing nothing will happen in their lifetime, so it's not their problem. How are your lot? Still fighting the good fight? Yeah, they're good, although some are getting a little feral, pushing boundaries a bit, working outside their powers. He spotted a woman in a sundress walking along the water's edge towards them. He waved her over. She smiled back and picked up her pace. How about your lot? He asked, throwing a pebble into the sea. Are they behaving? Not really, sighed Nathan, patting the sand for the woman to sit between them. They're going a bit soft, truth be told. Some are doing good deeds in the hope that they'll be accepted to join your lot. They're having doubts about the whole hell thing, disagreeing with protocol, questioning methods and wanting out. It's not a career choice anymore. Oh, they should have thought about that when they were alive, shrugged Christian. Tell me about it. Nathan smiled at the woman as she plopped herself down beside him. Hello, Sarah. Welcome to another day in paradise. Christian laughed. So, my lot want to be bad and your lot want to be good. What are we like? Shaking his head. Sarah looked at him quizzically. Do they know? She asked, her eyes wide. Know what? Christian shrugged. That things are changing, she urged. If witnesses and Fallen are waking up, the karmic heaven-hell vibration is shifting. Maybe Earthfolk are waking up also. The two men looked at each other. Everyone in the universe knew about the change, but no one expected Earthfolk to ever pay attention. Most had given up on the planet and its occupants long ago. It had become a bit of a joke. Even visiting aliens tended to give it a wide berth, not wanting to hang around too long. It was seen as an example of how not to maintain a planet, only useful for occasional research. Maybe they're waking up. Nathan raised a questioning eyebrow. But why now? Perhaps they're finally working it out and seeing what's happening. Christian got to his feet and began pacing backwards and forwards along the water's edge, excited at the thought. They're sick of war, greed, disease, and lining the pockets of the rich. Sick of working for 90% of their lives to live free for only 10, if they're lucky. Sick of their home being eroded away. Maybe they feel the shift and don't want to become another extinct era in a history book. The three looked at each other as smiles began to creep over their faces. It could be, Sarah nodded. Finally! Yeah, but is it too late? Asked Nathan. Possibly, pondered Christian, unless the elders decide to give them another chance and delay the change or modify the next era, keeping them still in it. He stared down at Sarah, hands on hips. You've got to speak with the board. You're an arbiter. We are mere watchers. They'll listen to you. She stared up at him, not sure. The 4.5 billion-year-old planet had entered its 6th era of mass destruction. Only the elders could make changes, and they had lost interest. Oh, they're fed up with Earthfolk. She shook her head. They can't get on. They're constantly fighting. They don't know how to share land. They abuse nature and its animals. They've basically trashed the place. The elders are looking at other species now. I'm not sure they'll listen. Well, we won't know unless we try, Christian challenged. Come on, what else are we going to do? I'm fed up sitting around watching them fuck up. Nathan and I don't even compete over the numbers anymore. We're so over the good and evil thing. Let's go change history. She looked from one to the other. The two were excited. If they were prepared to pull together, well, maybe it could work. Or at least gain Earthfolk more time. It's worth a try, Nathan shrugged. What else have we got to do? This beach is great, but we're bored. Okay, she decided, extending her hand for Christian to pull her to her feet. I'll have to witness their change firsthand before I make a report. Christian yanked her up. Easy. We'll take you on a tour, he grinned, reaching over to pull up Nathan. Come on, mate. Let's go make history. The three ran up the beach and lifted into the sky. The seagulls cheered after them, alerting the animal kingdom.